your reactions to the diagnosis of Hernandez?
First reaction, Rob, was not a surprise in the least. The studies that we've seen with CTE, the recent study that showed 99% of the brains that were studied showed signs of CTE. So I think it's a given at this point. If you've played an extensive amount of football over your life, no matter how old you are, and Aaron Hernandez was young by all counts there, you're going to have some form of CTE. Very advanced stage. It shows the pounding he probably took. And you remember him on the field. He never shied away from a hit. He was that type of player. The lawsuit's a little bit surprising, suing the NFL and the New England Patriots for concealing the dangers of the sport. Where does it end, Robin? University of Florida isn't named in this lawsuit. Are they responsible for concealing some of the dangers of the sport? Aaron Hernandez spent 3 years with the Patriots. He spent 3 years at the University of Florida. How far down the line do you go? At some point, football players, they know what they're signing up for. They know the dangers of the sport. We're just learning more about the extent of some of those dangers, I guess.
Well, it's very complicated. And here's the thing. There is going to be a rush to directly link Hernandez's actions to CTE, and I think that's a bit irresponsible in the sense that none of us know, right? But it's part of the context of the conversation. And I do find the pattern disturbing, seeing the link to suicides and the fact that Hernandez and Javon Belcher, if you remember that case,
sure,
and moving outside of football, Chris Benoit, were all diagnosed with CTE. I mean, that's troubling news right there. And then with Hernandez, what really stands out, aside from his behavior, let's separate that for a second and just focus on the impact of playing football. He was 23 when he last played in an NFL game. He's 27 at the time of his death, right? So you're looking at a situation where this is a guy who, between college and the pros, played about 80 football games. So that's very dramatic, and it's just another piece of evidence that really gives me, and I'm sure others, a bit of an internal conflict as a viewer, and makes you question the long-term validity and sustainability of football and the NFL.
Yeah, I agree totally with that. And that link, it's tough to connect the link. I mean, the suicidal behavior, we saw it, as you mentioned, Junior Seau, Dave Duerson. There's a track record there. This is also a guy, though, who committed murder before committing suicide. Is there a link there? That's going to be tough to really put that together.
And it's so difficult because the brain itself is not something we have a great understanding of. So I'm not going to, absolve people of any and all actions. At the same time, we don't know what brain damage compels someone to do, and we do know one of the side effects of CTE can be violent outbursts.
And part of the problem, too, we don't know about the CTE until the player has passed away.